roster. So we are gathering together for our final game of the triple header. I've taken my skates off to come and announce this one. I am Windmill Wilkin.
I'm JT. And I am bruised and battered.
We are both bruised and battered, but excited to watch this next game here in Stonebridge Park. So we've got Kent Men's Roller Derby facing off against the Roller Derby Nantes.
And they have just picked up lead.
And that is Pirouette with lead for Nantes. Interesting to see, obviously after we've just played Nantes, we've got Brute Banner out there with the pivot hat on.
Of course, they jammed in the last game against us.
Maybe she's tired and she just wants to have a little rest and go, do you know what, I'm going to do some blocking.
Oh, we've got some good acceleration here from the Kent jammer.
And that is Skate wins it with star in hand, looking for that star pass.
Which was successful, and that went to 6-6 Brute.
Brute did a lot of jamming in the last game. And that was a 15-point jam to get us started. Love to see it as well. Everyone just giving a little high five, saying hi, nice to be here.
Oh, it was very friendly on track, even if they did beat us up.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're beating everyone up, but just with a smile on your face.
It's all fun and games.
All fun and games.
Lovely.
That was some excellent work there from Tiggs. It does look like lead was given to the non-jammer Vlad Kiri.
No, they are also...
Yeah, I mean, it also looked like they were trying to take it off. They took the star off, tried to call it while the star was off, and then told, no, you're not lead, and also you don't have the star on.
Yeah, no, so there is no lead jammer at the moment. Bit of a pile up here on turn 3.
And that is points on the board there for Kent Men's Roller Derby.
Plus another 4 for Nantes.
So with no lead then, I'm assuming we're going to be running this
will
for
be
the full
a
2-minute jam.
Yeah.
It's very early in the game to be doing a full 2-minute jam. Another easy pass there for Tiggs. We've got 20 seconds left.
Lovely footwork there from the non-jammer. That's Vlad Kiri.
Oh! Excellent apex jump there, just on the inside against Tig. Unsure there. A bit unsure whether they made it in. I mean, it looks to me like they were in.
I think they stayed in, yeah.
From the refs.
No, I think they escorted themselves to the floor and stayed on track. But we're just confirming some points. But it's
big
12 points to Kent and 11 to Nantes.
Very good, very good. Yeah, big shout out to all our refs and our NSOs and our medics and everyone here volunteering, helping us.
Keeping us safe.
Keeping us safe, being able to run, you know, a triple header here in Stonebridge.
Lovely. Nantes got lead there, and then it was a quick. Oh no! It looked like the jammer from Kent got a quick pass there, but they sat in the penalty box.
And And it does it was a cut penalty there to Skate Winslet, so they're going to have a little sit down in the box and think about what they've done. Which is what I did 6 times in the last game.
It was a tiring game, so I'm jealous of you, if anything. Oh, nice.
I think it will be quite interesting to see how Nantes do fare against Kent. Kent have obviously had a rest after their first game against us. Nantes are coming straight into this game after playing us. And I arguably would say that it was a bit of a tough game for them. You know, it was a pretty close point differential. So yeah, I think Kent could really.
Yeah, hopefully they've got a bit more energy in the tank and they'll come out and give Nantes a run for their money as well.
Yeah. Dig deep. Dig deep.
Nice.
And that is Skate Winslet out of the box with the initial pass done.
Putting that
Start
star
off
back on their
ready
head.
to score some points.
Another 12 points on the board for Nantes.
Eking away. Oh,
Oh,
15.
sorry, my bad. 15 points.
Spoke too soon.
I did speak too
JT.
soon, I'm sorry.
You spoke too soon.
I was eager.
You've got to wait for all the fingers to go
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And then you've got to wait for the other
This
fingers
is my bad.
to
This is
tap,
my
tap,
first time announcing
and
a
put the
game, so
points
I'm
up.
terribly sorry.
You're smashing it. You're
Thank
smashing
you.
it.
The good thing is I do watch a lot of roller derby.
Yes,
so
I feel like it's important to watch roller derby, play
Absolutely,
roller derby,
yeah.
announce roller derby.
Yeah. This is the thing. If you want to get better at roller derby, you have to be an NSO and an official, and you have to do some announcing. You have to watch lots of roller derby. You have to go to the gym. Like, there's lots of things we can do to get better at roller derby. But honestly, just watching games is the best thing to do.
Yeah. So we do have a power jam situation on track to Nantes.
Ooh.
And Pirouette is lead jammer and making easy work there of the Kent blockers.
Yeah, Nantes did some nice offense there, opening up that wall. Nice. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over that apex.
And Tig is back on the track,
He's-
star in hand, fighting through.
Yeah, he's come out with good
blockers.
energy.
Lots of whistles going off here for both Nantes blockers and Kent blockers.
We've got just the pivot, one blocker on track for Kent. They're doing a lovely job of trying to keep control of that jammer.
Pirouette just going, I'm going to just cruise on down,
Gonna hop over your leg.
hop over your leg. I'm not going to expel too much energy.
Yeah.
We've got a whole game to go.
Nice.
I love that.
Scooting past and cooling it off. Nice. I'm gonna wait this time before I announce how many points we scored on that.
Yes. We're going to wait for a second because
That was a big jam.
massive jam.
Really
there
big.
for Nantes.
Lovely.
Pirouette doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work. I mean, Nantes do have someone on their team called Jesus.
Yes,
So
this is true.
doing someone's work.
So that looks like it was a 32 point jam then.
Yeah, I think Pirouette should
Massive.
change their name to David.
Do we want to read out the whole roster for each
Yeah, so
team?
we've got a team timeout. So who do you want to do?
I'll do Kent, and you
Yeah.
do. Oh.
Riddle it off. Go.
Okay, on Kent we've got 0 pro, 1. Do I do all of them, even if the?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. If they're crossed out, that's fine.
No, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Apologies, my first time. So that was 0 pro, 1 Spank Me Sideways, 117 Chief, 13 Zig, 14 Besky Jock, 17 Tiggs, 1912 Skate Winslet, 29 Trev, 42 Steve, 44 TC, 47 K Train, 50 Bullseye, 66 Brute, and 811 Hard as Chaos.
Love it. And then for roller derby Nantes. How quickly can I do it? Let's see. So we've got 2-0 Creepy, we've got 205 Jesus. Crap? Oh yes, it's 2-0 Crap. They're French.
It's a pun.
It's terrible. I'm heavily dyslexic. This is my worst part of announcing. We've got 205 Jesus, my favourite. Jesus is my favourite. 222 Bip Bip, 392 Brute Banner, 418 Craboli. Craboli. 449 Spooky, 5678 Pirouette, 6 Turbo Chouk, 606 Vlad Curie, 61 Arnal. Sorry. 80 Joey and 909 Vibro Boy, and then 75 Dawny Chuans.
Okay, and now that we've made some effort at the rosters, we're back into the jam.
Hey, that was really hard. I gave you 100% of my effort for that one.
I gave the dyslexic person the French names.
Yeah, my brain hurts.
I was really selfish about that, sorry.
Hey, it's your first time. I'll let you have it.
And we've got lead to Nantes.
Yeah, sorry, there's roller derby.
There's roller derby happening.
So we've got Vlad Curie jamming for Nantes.
Scoring pass.
Yeah, making light work there. And we've got Skate Winslet, star in hand, fighting out the front of that pack there.
Whoa. An attempt at a apex jump there, but the foot was trailing and they received a cut for it.
You've got to get both the feet up if you're wanting to jump.
Yeah, if you've got to jump, it is both feet.
If you want to jump, you need to be jumping with both feet. So let's see if Ken can make the most of this power jam.
Oh, there we go. And yes, they are making the most of it.
Little hop on the inside there.
There's really good perseverance from that Kent jammer there. Oh, lovely. And again, just scooting along on that line.
That is some beautiful work on their toe stops there. This is an excellent view as well.
This is.
For people maybe watching the game back, they don't know that we are up on the balcony right next to that camera position, so we've got an excellent view of what's going on.
Lovely grind there in that jam. Everyone was really locked in holding those jammers.
And so we've got just over 18 minutes left of this half. We've got Kent men's roller derby at 21 points, and we have got roller derby Nantes at 79.
Excellent. And that's a really quick pass out the gate for that Nantes jammer.
Bip Bip.
This is Bip Bip.
Quick, Bip Bip was quick.
Oh, so quick. And they've just nipped past. That's 4 points to Bip Bip.
A big hit there to the inside for Tig. They do have the star in hand there.
And another 4 on the board for Bip Bip. Bip Bip is just flying around the track at this point.
Honestly, it looks like they have wings.
It's like water. They just roll around the blockers. They barely touch them.
Rolling waves.
Yeah. Lovely. Another pass for Nantes there.
I wonder if Bip Bip will get a higher score for this jam than Pirouette. So Pirouette does currently have
the
32-point
jam. And so far we're on 28 for Bip Bip.
I also think 32 is the highest today we've had so far.
So far today. And we're now on 32 for Bip Bip on this jam. Can they get another pass in? Oh, a bit of a collision there with his own blocker.
And
Wonderful work there, though. That Kent jammer just grueling away on the back of that Nantes wall.
Can't give up.
Excellent work.
Can't give up to the last whistle. And that was a massive jam there.
36.
By bit. That's 36. That is the biggest jam we have had this whole triple header.
Yeah.
But
possibly one of the biggest jams I've seen in a while as well.
Yeah.
They are fast. The French are fast.
The French are fast. And we've got Pirouette here, so I wonder if Pirouette has an answer to...
I wonder if they take bets on who's going to get the biggest jam on any given day. Oh. Lovely initial pass there from 912 Skate Winslet.
So we're just going to take a moment to come off the mic just while our medics have a little look at our skaters. The safety of our skaters is absolutely paramount. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, and we're back. And we have got Tig lining up for Kent Men's on the jam line. Up against Vlad Curry. And this is also, we didn't see Vlad Curry jamming in the last game, so they've definitely pulled up another jammer.
They're all mixing about. Tig's is hot on their heels though. But Vlad just picked up those 4 points and called it off.
Very quick. I think that's what Kent really needs to sort of be looking at, trying to sort of shut down those jams. You know, you can't be letting bit or, you know, these French jams running those laps. So got to be hot on their heels and really sort of like give it to them. Very quick lead there for Pirouette, but closely followed by Skate Winslet. They managed to find a line there to get out.
It's a bit of a race. We've got that French jammers just calling it off as quickly as they can.
Pirouette has a very distinct way of calling it off because it's like rather than on the front of the hips, it's on
definitely
the back
on the
of
side.
hips. Yeah. They're definitely dipping down and then basically tapping on those hips.
Yeah, it's definitely they're like leaning forwards as they're going through the pack, which is interesting because the hips are the ones that score the points.
Yeah,
so if you're leaving your hips behind you,
get those hips in front of you and then you're calling it. Maybe it's to discombobulate the racks.
Maybe.
And be like, oh, my head was in front. Give me more points, please. So we got Tig back out here, jamming.
We've got a recycle by the non-blockers. And that's bit, just like painfully aware of where everyone on the track is then.
Yeah.
Made use of down
did
skaters.
struggled a little bit to get out. Like, they weren't out instantly like Pirouette was.
Oh.
Lots of whistles going off here.
Whistles, lots of shouting.
And that looks like it's two...
we might have a jammer face-off here.
Two non-blockers sitting in the box there.
And we're picking each other up and saying our sorries or whatever.
Yeah.
We're all friends. Everyone's
all friends
made
here.
up. The score is currently 21 to Kent and 126 to Roller Derby Nantes.
And we've got just over 12 minutes left of this half.
Yeah.
Bit late there to feel the jammer. So Pirouette's still coming around the outside.
But we
of the
have
apex.
a Kent lead.
We do have a Kent lead.
Going to skate Windsor.
Been a hot minute, but it's good to see it.
Well, they only have 2 blockers on track to beat, and they are making easy work of it. Skate Windsor is keeping Pirouette just in the peripheral. Lovely.
Beautiful little hop there.
There was absolutely no effort in that.
No effort.
They just
What
jumped.
I want
No big deal.
What I want is because, Pirouette is named Pirouette.
Yeah.
I want to hop and then I need to...
We need pirouettes. We need spins.
So I have some intel. So the reason why Pirouette is called Pirouette is because they were a professional dancer.
Oh,
And actually
lovely.
they lived here in like 2014 for a year when they were doing some professional dancing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does explain why they're so graceful around the track.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can tell. I think you can always tell previous dancers, can't you?
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Not quite
Nice,
the one
we've got a
hand
nice
down
recycle there, but is that Brute? Yeah.
there. It is Brute.
Very hot on those recycles.
Brute being brutish.
Yeah.
We've got Jesus there doing some
Oh.
dance.
A very determined call off there from
Very
Skate
determined call
Windsor.
off.
They're like, please call it off.
Please call it off. I
Please.
feel like we have the dainty call off from Pirouette, and then we have the more erratic call off
Yeah.
from Skate
It's
Windsor.
like now. Call it now.
But that was 11 points. That was
Excellent,
11
lovely.
points there for Kent men, taking up to 32.
We did also have 15 points from Nantes there.
We did.
Lovely. Another very easy pass on the inside line there for Vlad. Oh, no. Something's happening.
That looks
They are
like
leaving
it was
the
a
track.
penalty being served there. But also, Tig has taken the star off.
Yeah.
So that means we will have a full 2-minute jam.
Excellent. Ooh.
We've still got Tig fighting here against those non-blockers. All 4 non-blockers are on the track here. So hopefully the Kent can really sort of get some offense going. Not quick enough
No,
there,
it
unfortunately.
appears
We do have
they
the
did not-
non-jammer
they
back on.
Did not get to make the most of that as they would have liked to. Ooh,
Beautiful there
that
from
was
Tig.
lovely. I feel like Tick just played possum a little bit there, and then quite when not weren't quite looking, really excelled that speed and just ran for that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Oh, we've got a little bit of a power up over here.
About that, there was 2 non-blockers falling over each other.
Falling over each other. I think there was a lot of that in our own game as well.
There was. Both jammers are out. Both jammers are scoring. It's great to see it.
We
There
love a
go.
2-minute jam here.
Yeah, and that looks like it might have been
Whoa.
13 points. 13 points there for Kent.
Lovely. That brings them up to 45. And another 3 to Nantes makes it 144.
100 points. They can do it. I believe in them.
Yeah. Kind of really come out with like good energy,
Yeah,
good
they
hustle.
have.
They're grinding on those jammers.
I think, we obviously warmed Nantes up for them, and then also they've been able to watch the game and go, all right, this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
And hopefully they've put it into action.
You're welcome, Cam, honestly.
You're welcome. They asked for it. We were gracious enough to give it to them. But yeah, having a great time. And for all the wonderful people here, we are going to Ace's Cafe, which is just down the road, afterwards for some food and for some drinks. Everyone is welcome to join us. It's a lovely day outside, and let's try and spend some of that day not inside
not in
a
a
sports
sports hall. That is the thing about British Summers, is that none of us in roller derby see them.
No, we don't. We don't.
We don't see
and
them.
It's 27 degrees out
Honestly, it's hot in here today. We've got all the
Toasty.
doors open, but it's still really, really sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, roller derby's already a sweaty game, let alone when it's,
absolutely.
27 degrees. It's even hotter.
We were chatting on the pivot line before one of the jams, and one of the non-blockers was saying how warm it was. It was like 30 degrees in France when they left. But they're so hot today, and I'm like, yeah, it's the British heat.
It's the British heat.
It's so humid. It does hit different.
Different. I've had this from an Australian as well.
Yeah,
Australians are like, they have the crazy heat.
It's wild. Yeah, it's just
And they're like, but the
sweltering.
British heat hits differently.
It's very wet. Yeah, it's wet in the winter and it's wet in the summer.
Wet in the winter, wet in the summer, and there's some. There's some roller derby going on.
That's a shame, because I was going to say, I think, who's our pivot there?
And we've got number one.
That was spanking. So I was going to say, they look kind of wet, the way they're just like slipping past everyone.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they got a penalty and they are sat in the box.
Yeah, and we do have Bip jamming for Nantes there.
Just
very,
making it look so easy.
very casual.
Very casual.
1 foot transition, sliding backwards on the outside.
Okay.
Some big hits from
The big
Bip.
hits. The
Trying
grinders.
to drive through.
Ken are committed to keeping Bip under control, though.
And Bip out, finding that last Kent men's blocker. Back in the pack for some more. Go on, Bip. You got a 36-point jam. Okay, so you have to get a 37-point jam.
I don't know, I think you can make that an even 40. Oh, that was Bip making direct eye contact with their jam ref, being like, please cool it off. I'm patting my hips, please.
I'm over here, please.
Honestly, I don't know about. Have you done much reffing, Josh?
I have not done reffing.
No. I ref a little bit, and there is a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
Honestly.
going on from our perspective, and I feel like
Oh yeah, on
it's
the
always
track
very
there's a lot
tricky,
going
isn't
on.
it? I mean,
But when it's difficult when you're reffing and you're trying to look after how many 10 people at once, and a lot's going on, and you've got to keep your eyes on as much of it as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. This is why, real credit for our ref crews. Thank you so much for being here and helping us play roller derby.
We literally couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, we literally could not.
We literally can't.
Yes, we talked a lot about how all of us as players, we do all the things. Oh, it looks like we had a star pass there to Pro. And they did get out the pack, but not called it.
But there was a little bit of a spin around the pack there from Pirouette, and they called it off.
We talk about a lot how in roller derby we are players, NSOs, refs, announcers, and we do all the things.
Yeah.
I think refereeing does always help to really understand the
Absolutely,
the,
yeah.
the
I know that I've
the
definitely
perspective
become
from a
a
ref,
better
right?
player since I started reffing. Like I just understand the
How many
rules
How many
better.
penalties did you get in the last game?
Today, I think I got like 3 today.
Average day.
Yeah, that's pretty average. I think there's not to. I think sometimes there's a little bit of, if you're not getting any penalties, are you trying enough?
Exactly. We've just had Tig get lead here for Kent Men's, which is
He
wonderful.
is trying enough. He's trying very
Tig
hard
is
and
trying.
doing a wonderful job.
And it is great to see as well. Really pushing. He's pushing on Jesus. Praying on his knees. Just hoping for the best. And that was a call off there from Tig. I hope they were okay. But they
maybe
still
we're
picked
getting
up
a bit
2
tired,
points.
but everyone seems to be returning to the bench.
Yeah, they've still got 2 points, taking them up to 47.
Lovely. The scores on the doors are 47 to Kent and 167 to Nantes.
Here we go. And we've got Pirouette lining up against Escape Winslet on the jam line. Lots of hustle going on. And that looks like a cut penalty being assessed to Escape Winslet. So we have a power jam now to Nantes.
Oh, lovely line work there from Pirouette.
I mean, that was still nearly 30 seconds before lead was called there. So Kent are really
Oh yeah,
working well
Kent are
to-
really, like, they're really putting the hustle in. They are grinding those jammers. They're always looking to get that body contact. Oh, nice.
Big hits there by Spike Me Sideways and by Pirouette. It looks like
Yeah.
they both knocked each
Oh
other
yeah,
and then fell back.
it was like a counter hit.
It was
like,
a counter hit.
Absolutely. Ooh. That old one hand down.
Yeah, we saw a lot of one-hand downs from Doug actually in our last game,
Yeah.
didn't we? We haven't seen as many one-hand downs here. So folks, can we get some more one-hand downs? I want a backwards one-hand down. That's what I want to see. And then a pirouette. So we have had a star pass here from Escape Winslet to number 29. Trev. Battling out there against that Nantes wall, but Nantes have called it. And we are off again with Tig and Bip Bip.
And that's Bippet with lead.
That is Bip Bip with lead, and that was a very quick star off there for Tig. Really, really energetic. They're really working those lines,
Yeah.
really making the non-blockers move just to try and find that space.
The non-blocking is incredible though. The way that they're just like recycling, waterfalling back in front of that jammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
As we know, because we
Yeah.
just played them.
oh yeah.
So cheeky 8 points there for Nantes. Taking them up to 183 to Kent Men's 47.
Oh, have we got a yielding here from the
Yeah,
from
it
Kent
looks
Jam?
like,
I didn't see what that was for though.
Yeah, it looked like Skate Winslet was maybe assessed on a false start. So as long as you do yield,
Yeah.
if you get caught on a false start, as long as you yield, put your hands up.
Yeah,
How many
you stop
seconds is
moving.
it?
No, you just have to wait for everyone to move past you.
Right.
So once you're at the back of the pack, you can begin playing again. I got one of those today.
I mean, that was over 30 seconds there.
Yeah.
That
Kent are really making them work for it.
held Vlad.
We've got a long recycle here from Nantes.
Got like a lovely little 2-wall, now a 1-wall for Kent here, holding Vlad in.
Lovely, lovely stuff from Trev there at the final hurdle.
Skate Windsor is out the pack, star on their heads.
Oh, and that looks like it is
1
up.
point, they got 1 point.
We got 1 point.
So Skate Windsor managed to get 1 point.
Excellent.
I think it was from the non-blocker that was
And that has now been added
box.
to the board. So it is intermission time.
Here we
It's
are.
half time, guys. So the scores at half time are Kent with 48 and Nantes with 191.
Here we go. Right, we're going to love you and leave you, and we will be back in 14 minutes. Thank you very much. got another 30 minutes of roller derby for you folks.
Before we hit the bar.
Before we hit the bar, there's a cold, crisp pint waiting for me.
I can't wait.
I can taste it already. And I'm sure both these teams, Kent and Non, are going to be ready for a crisp, cold pint as well. Beautiful toast on work there.
Got a lead to Kent with that skate wins it. Background on the scoring pass.
And yeah, we do have pirouette jamming for Nantes then. They do have the star in hand. Beautiful work on the outside there to stay in.
Happening here from... Oh, no, they've lost pirouette. They're gone.
Oh, big hit there from Smack Me Sideways with Brute Banner. Again, we saw a bit of a ping pong, both of the players there ping-ponging off of each other. That was 5 points. 5 points for Kent Men's.
Lovely.
Starting off this half strong, and we love to see it.
Yeah, they've come out fighting.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the thing as well in roller derby. You always love an underdog, right?
Absolutely.
It's the code. It's the code of conduct. You have to, obviously as announcers we are impartial, entirely impartial.
But also, you never know what can happen in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. Well, very quick there. Both Tig and Bip Bip jumping out of the pack there.
And
Bip Bip waited.
Bip Bip, and then almost got recaptured as well.
Yeah. Bip Bip waiting there to get Tig back in that pack. Very smart play there from their jammer. Oh, I just keep on seeing the screen flashing off and on.
We've had a star pass to 6-6 Brute, who also just helpfully pointed out, as Josh was trying to do, that we've had some
technical difficulties
with the screen.
Do you know what our projector's probably like? It's hot in here.
It's so hot. It is hot.
even the projector's conking out and having a moment. Might try and just going to take a moment to make sure that all of our technology is functioning correctly.
Yeah, the scoreboard's a pretty important one here.
It is a pretty important one. Can you look at the projector? It keeps on going off and on. Can you look at the projector? It keeps on going off and on.
Of course.
The projector keeps on going off and on. Like a black screen and a blue screen and coming back. It's yours, right? Okay. It's good if you have any.
Honestly, technology is the bane of my life. It always does this.
Shall I go get that other projector?
There's... hopefully our projector will hold fast. Oh, we're off again, and that was some Lovely line control there from Skate Winslet. Picking up lead. Whilst Wilkin has just run off to see if he can source another projector, Pamo is going to jump on the mic for me.
Hey, hey. The projector seems to have fixed itself, though, which is what happens as soon as you take steps to sort it out. Yeah. Okay, well,
they're like, haha.
Yeah,
I'm actually fine.
Just kidding.
Just keeping you on your toes. Which is actually what Skate Winslet's doing right now.
Yes, toes. Well, brought that back to the roller derby. That was sweet. I like it.
You like that segue?
Yeah, I loved it. I'm here for it. Toes Pravesh. I think you lied to me when you said this was your first time announcing.
No, I was actually nervous about this, but it's going fine. It turns out, like, doing 10 years of roller derby, it's all roller derby.
I spent a lot of my life talking about roller derby one way or another. Sometimes they give me a microphone to do
I don't know if I even have any friends who aren't roller derby people now, because everyone else gets bored of hearing about roller derby all the time.
Well, one of our non-skating officials here today was a friend outside of roller derby, and then I talked about roller derby so much that now she plays roller derby.
Perfect. That's it. It's a cult, really. Everyone's working to get more people to join. That was a lovely jam.
Thank you, Paintball.
With 6 points to Kent, then.
And I'm back.
It's Josh. Wilkins back.
I'm back, baby. What did I miss? What happened?
A lovely lead to Kent, and they got 6 points.
Amazing. And is it a power jam start?
It is. I was chatting too much to notice that there was a jammer in the box. I'm sorry about that. So we had a power start now. But non-jammer is back on track. And more than ready to take on that wall.
Great watching those lines there for number 50.
Lovely, but we've got another lead.
Another lead
to
there
for Kent.
Big hit there by 6'6" Brute on the non-jammer with star in hand.
Ooh. Takes us really just like wrecking ball through that wall there.
I mean, I think that is it as well.
We've had a star pass from Non.
And that looks like a back block being assessed to Tig, the jammer for Kent. So we are now having a little reversey-pursy, and it will be a Nantes power jam.
Prabui is out, made it through, and they are back round to score more points. Oh. Some lovely solo blocking here. And that non-blocker there, 206, is having absolutely none of it. They're like, you are an issue. You're an issue for our jammer. I need you gone.
I need you gone. Jesus stepped in, and he had the Lord's power. Well, Tig did get out. That means we do have a clear box. So points for both teams there.
Yeah, lots of points. It looks like it was 7 points for Kent and 10 to Nantes.
And that does push Nantes over the 200 mark. They are at 209. And we've got Skate Winslet lining up again for Kent men's.
Oh,
wonderful!
Oh, lovely speed there. And Bip just... They got out basically at the same time, but Skate Winslet did get lead there.
Yeah.
Skate Winslet is on a lot in this game.
Yeah, I think we've got...
They're not looking tired at all, though.
They're not. I think we've got Kent on a 3-jam rotation, potentially, with the jammers that they do have. But absolutely stellar work for this the second half. Ken obviously went back had a bit of a powwow.
Yeah.
And like, right,
They
this
had a
is what we're
chat.
doing. Come
Yeah.
on. We didn't drive all the way up from Kent to...
Absolutely not, no. Though you could argue that Nantes did not come all the way from France not to win either.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is also just, it's great also to see as well, you know, like, he saw Toulouse go and play Inhuman League and Tiny Fear. We've got managed to have Nantes come over here and play us and play Kent, which is great.
Well, we had a star pass then, but it was not a legal star pass because the Jammer got not sure what the penalty was, but they got a penalty and they're in the box. So you would have seen Brute then just throw the star off track for their Jammer to collect it again.
Grab it.
It's annoying when that happens.
Some great clogging there by Kent. Just sort of absorbs the Nantes offense there, didn't they? I mean, they weren't able to hold Pirouette for long, but they still held them.
No, they've also been lovely and fluid and just like water falling back in front of that Jammer. And now we've got a star pass that...
Now we have a complete stop.
Yeah, everything's all legal and as it should be.
Gosh, I don't know if we saw that on camera, but Tig went in there for a big hit and missed the player and hit the wall. They do look fine. That's getting back to their bench, but it was...
when that happens, that can be quite humbling.
Yeah, it can be quite humbling when you smack your face against the wall and you're like, oh dear.
It's your own guys and you're like, I can't, yeah.
Here we are again, and we have got Skate Winslet lining up against Vlad. And that is lead being assessed to Vlad for Nantes.
Some jammer action there.
That was excellent work there from Skate Winslet. Going, do you know what? I'm going to try and get you off here and recycle you all the way back.
Vlad's not playing though. He's not having any of it.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. So Vlad did just. It was just the tiniest step out.
The tiniest amount.
Tiniest little step out. That's all it takes. That is all it takes.
Yeah, just that like little sweet hip hop. Getting someone off the line.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, what else do we have to talk about, JT? I suppose that we're hot and bothered and
We're very
and we just want a
tired.
pint.
Yeah, honestly. Should we talk about what other roller derby's been happening today?
Well, give me your best knock joke.
Oh, I don't have any jokes. I'm not. I'm not funny in the traditional sense. I'm sorry. I just crumble under the pressure. Sorry.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Knock.
I got nothing. I got nothing
I
left.
got nothing left. I left it all on the track for you, and now you thrust a mic in my hand and said, "Perform, dance, monkey,
Honestly,
dance."
I'm just running on sugar at this point.
Yeah,
Sugar and very little adrenaline left.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. But,
Honestly, thank you.
Yeah. Well, but we can talk. Yeah, we absolutely can talk about some more roller derby going on. We've obviously we've had the end of the Five Nations, which is our British champs.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of national team stuff going on today. Team West Indies just played Italy and also Rainy B.
England are in
Sweden.
In Sweden, in Malmo, playing Team Sweden as well. It's a very exciting time. Obviously,
there may also be other things on that we're just not.
Yeah.
We're focusing on today.
Sorry, folks, if there is something that you wanted us to shout out, we didn't get the message.
You should have texted in.
You should have texted in.
And we're back on with roller derby here.
And we've got Bip Bip up against Tig. And that is a lead chance
across
being
that
awarded to
line.
Tig.
Yeah. Oh, but Bip Bip is fast on their heels. just scan as fast as they can to get around that pack and take advantage. Dick said, nah, not today, mate.
Not today. Bit wasn't quick.
No, I think he actually wasn't very
I
quick.
think he was actually really
Tick was like, I don't want to keep up with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to.
I think they're on a. I don't think there is a 3-jammer rotation. I think it is a 2-jammer rotation with Tig and Skate Winston.
It's Skate Winston and Tig, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're occasionally throwing out the old person just to break it up, but.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen a brute.
Oh, lovely. So that's Pirouette just doing what they do. Hop and a skip and a jump.
Hop, a skip and a jump. Just finding space on those lines. It's incredible work, really. Joey giving a deep recycle there on Skate Winslet. But very clever there from Skate Winslet, waiting for that out of play call from the inside ref.
And just
to jump in.
accelerating that power, the power they came in with on that, meeting that wall again, just wrecking one of those blockers from Nantes. Lovely.
That was hard fought. That was hard fought there by Skate Winslet, but they are out.
They put the work in.
And what are the scores in the doors now, JT?
It is currently 66 to Kent, and having scored just another 11 points more, 231 to Nantes.
I think everyone is hot and everyone is tired.
Oh, absolutely. Whoa. Yes, lovely stuff.
Super quick on the outside line there by Tig.
Tig knew exactly what they were doing on that one. They had a plan, and he executed it.
Excellent hit there by Spank Me Sideways, but it does look like it was not legal.
Sometimes a penalty is just worth it, though, you know?
Yeah, as long as it's not a bad penalty.
Yeah.
As long as it's not expulsion weather there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not, like, hitting someone in the face, like...
Yeah, no, we don't want any of that.
Just being mean.
It's a sacrifice.
But, yeah, sometimes you do something a little naughty off the line, but your jammer gets lead, that's worth it. You know? Sometimes.
Situational.
Tiggs is fighting hard on these lines.
And that was a tricky one there, because obviously, you know, you got Tig there with lead, wanting to clear the box. Unfortunately, some of the Chem blockers weren't quite able to keep it clean. And so it has led to their 12 points to their 3. While they had lead, they needed to clear that box out so they can start with a full pack.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. Also, sometimes it's worth conceding a few points if you can get your full lineup back out.
Yeah.
Keep everyone as fresh as they can.
Oh, so we've got a mix up. We've got Brute here.
Got Brute on to
Jam,
and he's decided to take
up against
that jammer straight out. Just wrecking that non-pivot there.
John's like, right, well, I did some blocking, gonna do some jamming. I don't think anyone touched Bip in that scoring pass there.
No, it's very slick. Just a nice, clean 4 points there for Nantes.
Yeah. And we are just over halfway of this period, of period 2.
Period 2. So 3/4 of the way through the game.
We are 3/4 of the way through this
There's
game.
some maths there for you.
I can't do that.
No, neither can I.
Can't read.
That was a stretch, honestly.
I can't read, I can't do math.
That was a very quick lead for Pirouette there.
Up the outside.
Yeah, I still feel a bit bad about giving you the French team names to read out.
You should as well.
Sorry about that.
I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you.
The star is off Tig's head.
We are looking at like quite a tricky differential here in terms of players. We've got all 4 non-blockers on track.
Yeah,
and there is
only one
Kent
blocker. But they are the pivot, so Tiggs is doing his best to give them the star.
Big hit there by Jesus on
Yeah.
Tig to get that recycle.
Whoa! Did you see the
Massive
height on
jump.
that? That
See,
was
now
crazy.
that's how you jump.
That
With
is
both feet.
very much in the air.
Both feet very much in the air over that little apex.
Lovely. Perfectly timed from 4-7 there. Who's that?
K-Train.
Yeah, perfectly timed hit then. Looking for that
K-Train was
recycle.
waiting as well.
Oh yeah, they saw that jammer coming. And he was like, nah.
Yeah. K-Train
No.
was waiting for it. It's like, oh, I'm going to leave a little gap here. Bang!
I
There's
fancy
no gap
doing a
anymore.
recycle right now,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. But another excellent work there out the front to recycle pirouette to the back.
Whoa. I am very impressed with the Kent jammers. There's only really 2 of them,
Yeah.
and the energy that they're coming out with
Yeah.
every single jam.
I think I could tell a little bit from Tig here. It's,
Maybe starting to feel a bit tired, but
yeah.
it's still like digging deep and finding those reserves and leaving them all on track.
Yeah. Amen.
It's actually Jesus.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
And guess who we've got on track now for Kent? Skate
Skate
Winford.
Winford, of course. Who else?
Who else? Up against Vlad. I would like to, like, in my mind, it's
Lovely.
like, is Vlad's name inspired by Dracula? Is it Vlad the Impaler?
I feel like knowing what the Kiri part meant,
No, yeah,
that
yeah,
might
yeah.
help. Oh, we've just had a star pass and that went to Spooky.
I think it's the first time we've seen Spooky, take the star and to do some jamming
Possibly,
here.
yeah. They're not given a chance though. Skate Winston said nah.
I mean, I feel like that always happens as well. You've got some blockers that take the star and they're like, I'm going to leisurely go around this track.
That's absolutely me. I will do as much offense as I possibly can, and that's the last resort. Take that star, and then if they call it off, and I'm like, thank God, I did not want to hit that wall. I just try and beat everyone up as much as I can, so that if I take the star, they're like, God, call it off, call it off.
Yeah.
We don't want them to hit us.
Amen.
That's my tactic.
We've got Brute up against Bip Bip.
Ugh. Lovely.
And that is a lead. Jammer status being awarded to Bip Bip. John with star in, Brute with star in hand. Finding
There we
their way
go.
through there. Found a nice little gap on the outside
Yeah.
there.
Brute really uses his strength to like max capacity, but he's very patient with it, which I really respect. I like that a lot.
Yeah, when you got a shoulder drop coming from John, you're like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yep. You see it coming, like.
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. But that was a cheeky little 4-point jam there. Bit sort of looking to that bench, just checking in, going, right, I've got the 4. Can I call it?
It's very calm, isn't
Very
it?
calm.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, let's just eke away. They've got a really nice decisive lead here. We've got less than 10 minutes left. I think I'd imagine the aim of the game is to try and not bleed as many points as possible.
Yeah.
Especially with a differential at that, with Kent at 72 and Nantes at 271.
I think Kent are doing a really nice job of like covering those lines, locking them down.
Yeah.
But then Nantes are just very, very fast at taking those opportunities. Any space you give them, they will take.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
we well know.
As we do well know.
Another 4 points on the board to Pirouette. Oh, sorry. Is that spooky?
Big hit there from Pirouette on Tig. I feel like Pirouette saw that Tig took the star off and was like, well, you're not getting out that easy.
No. Yeah, I did one of those earlier as well. Just watched the jammer go past and I'm like, ah!
Why am I not in the right place?
Why am I like this? There we go!
Excellent work there to get Pro out. And Pirouette's like, oh, I did 12. I got 12 points. That's fine. There might be more actually. 16.
No 36 though, is it?
It is not 36, yes. That is very true. We had a 32-point jam from Pirouette in the first half and a 36-point jam from Bip Bip in the first half as well. I feel like those jams have both tired the jammers out and they're like, okay, we're going to just go.
Do you know what 12 or 16
12, 16,
yeah.
maybe a 4.
Yeah, 4's a good too.
Do you know what? And look, they've just done a team timeout, so wanting to take that little rest, take a little moment, collect themselves before getting back in action. And once again, just want to thank obviously all our wonderful NSOs, skating officials. I want to thank our lovely film crew who are going to be putting this up on the net at a later date. I want to thank all our track repair folks. I want to thank everyone looking after our merch stores. And most of all, I want to thank me. And I want to thank you.
Oh,
Jason.
us? Yeah, we have done the most today. That's very true.
We've done the most. I think it's that video where it's like Snoop Dogg goes up to accept something and then he's like, yeah. And finally, I want to thank me for being me.
I mean, he did do all the work, so...
He did do all the work. I'm the Chief Operating Executive Officer, and I decide the vision.
That is, you are in charge of most things here, so...
Yes. And we've got some roller derby going on! Woo! And it is bad.
Oh, that was very, very nearly... We're going to take a short break again.
Yeah, we're going to take a little short break. Our skater health and we'll be back with you shortly.
We're back, and Tiggs is jamming for Kent. And that looks like...
Dad is back out there again.
Yep, that's right. Ah. That was an impressive little one hand down from Brute Banner as a blocker, which you don't see a lot.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot, but she was also skating as a jammer in our game, so maybe that's where she picked up that skill.
Yeah. I mean, it's also great to see the difference in the transferable skills.
Absolutely.
For blocker to jammer, and that one hand down is It's something that's really important to be able to keep staying in play.
Yeah.
So we do, unfortunately, there has been a penalty assessed to Tig, the Kent jammer. So they're going to have to go have a little sit down in the box. So it is a power jam to Vlad for Nantes.
Kane Train saying, I don't really fancy being goated right now, so nope. Finding his way back to that wall, and unfortunately Vlad just absolutely ran through it.
Also, like, I'm going to give some kudos to Vlad here. I think Vlad has done absolutely incredibly. To have blocked in that previous game.
Yeah.
Like, and also, you
and now to be like, yeah, I'll take the start.
Yeah, and now
what?
take the start. Incredible work.
Absolutely
really.
not.
Like, really, really impressive. And like, they're not giving up either.
No,
they're really
absolutely
chuffing
not.
away, really bloody going
Yeah.
for it. So,
A well-timed call
kudos to
then
Vlad.
as well.
Shout out to Vlad.
Shout out Vlad.
The Impaler. I hope they don't take offense to my notion of them
You're just like
theming their name to Dracula.
guessing where their name is from. Yeah.
So Vlad, if you're listening right now, I'm sorry if I got it wrong.
Write in and tell us.
Please forgive me. Write in, text in. And
We've got Brute back out for jamming for Kent.
And that is a
Bip Bip.
track cut being assessed to Bip Bip there.
That was very close.
So we do have a power jam situation on track to Kent. Still no lead yet. Let's see if they can make the most of it.
I think they can. Yep.
See, those are always the moments as well, like where you're like, you're out, and then you're like, oh no, I'm not.
And then they just respawn.
They just respawn in front of you.
That's it. Until they're like 20 foot out the front, there's no giving up.
Yeah. Like, you know, you've done your skate or two, and you're like, I need to like push even further out now. Dig deep, push it. And Bip Bip is back on track.
I don't know if you saw that, but Steve, number 42 from Kent, just did like a little spin around the jammer to get back in front of them. And then like locked in on those edges. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Ultimate waterfalling. Damn, so that was a cheeky 4 there for Kent, keeping Nantes at 0. But Nantes have broken the 300 mark.
301 actually.
301.
And Kent are currently on 76.
I wonder, we've got 4 minutes left here. I wonder if Kent can get to the 100 mark.
Oh! Well, they may yet, because Tiggs is now lead jammer.
So is eligible and up and ready for scoring points.
The pirouette is out and returning to pack for their scoring pass.
Kent again sort of getting bridged out that pirouette and getting that out of pool play.
Bit of a pile up and a lovely,
big pile up there.
Lovely apex jump there. It's all going on.
It is all going off, and it looks like Tig is having to take another little sit down in the box. I think that might have been a low block.
Which will mean that this is a 2-minute jam.
This is a 2-minute jam here. So Pirouette's going to have to dig deep, which I'm sure they will. They're going to give us some more spins. I'd love another apex jump, please, Pirouette. Like,
I would like some more pirouettes, please.
Pirouettes and apex jumps, please.
Oh.
So Pirouette's really stuck in the middle of that pack there. That Kent wall. Managing to get out at the front there. Tig is back on track and fighting against that tripod.
I don't know if you just saw that. Brute Banner just did another one hand down just to stay on track.
Not too sure what's going on here.
No,
I mean,
we've got
obviously I
lots
don't speak French.
No,
but
this is true, yeah.
We've got a wonderful bench team for non, trying to communicate to their team on
Yeah,
track
there was a lot of
in French, and
there
I
was a
don't know
lot
what's
of
being
yelling
said.
that it
But,
got a bit
I think they're trying to be like, do something, do some more
of
apex
something.
jumps.
Yeah,
Do
probably
some more pirouette jumps.
more
I think they were
pirouettes. I think
also
that's what they were
that
saying.
as well.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that's exactly what they were saying actually.
They were doing.
So,
they said, do some more fancy
Do
stuff.
some more fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, why didn't you just jump the apex?
If you could just jump over the whole
the
wall.
whole track.
The whole wall. Yep. Ah, beautiful, quick lead there goes to
Up
Vlad.
that inside line there for Vlad. And we do have Skate Winslet jamming for Kent. Oh my gosh, Skate Winslet has done it again. That cheeky little hip off on the outside to get Vlad out of bounds and trying to get that full recycle.
Vlad's like, what are we playing at, mate? And they decide to call it off. That's too much messing around. They're not about that.
Yeah, especially when you do have lead as well. And you're like, well.
And we've got Bit lining up again for Nantes and Tiggs for Kent. To no one's surprise, because these two are on constantly. And the lead goes to Bit.
And we may see this half play out with just over 10 seconds left of this period.
Fruit Banner again out the front, just trying to give that last little catch on the Kent
She
jammer.
is great.
She's doing the most, honestly.
Oh my god, look, Bit there again with the...
Almost like looking surprised that he touched no one then.
Yeah.
Surprised by his own skill and talent.
But, and that brings us to an unofficial score and to the conclusion.
It's at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, that went so
and you're having
quickly.
fun,
Yeah, and I had so much fun.
Had the best time. This is your first time on
I've enjoyed it. I did better than I thought I would.
Amazing, you did incredible. Gonna be roping you into doing more announcing.
Yeah, that checks out. Yep.
Well, we have had a wonderful day today. We've had 3 teams facing it off. STRD, Nantes and Kent Men's. It's been great.
It has been great. Everyone's really left it out on track today as well.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all.
And just final shout out to all of our wonderful refs and volunteers and everyone that helped bring this triple header together, really.
To fruition.
To fruition.
Yeah. And it really did bloom today.
It did bloom.
Yeah.
And what's lovely as well, just like a little note, is that obviously this is Stonebridge Bridge Park Community Centre, and this is probably going to be the last. This is probably going to be the last bout, open door bout that we do here, because they are demolishing it. It is being demolished, and that is our final score now. So we have a final score of Kent Men's roller derby at 80 to Nantes 329.
Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff. Right, I've been Wimmer Wilkin.
I've been JT.
Thank you very much, and ciao for now.
See you later.